Patrick Allen Cockrell with ABC, hitting coordinator with the Arizona Diamondbacks. Take a look at your video today. I'm going to let it run through normal speed. I like the setup position that you have. You look very athletic, you look very balanced, and you make a nice move into the ball. I like how you go down into your legs to get down there with that low pitch. We're going to talk about maybe just a couple of things that I think will help you become a little bit better hitter, and we'll just start with the load. Basically, when we load, there's some main positions that we want to try to get into. Okay, when this foot lands right here, we want to try to have equal bend in both knees. Okay, and again, we're just looking for an athletic position, and we're looking for good balance. All right, these knees we want to have inside of our feet. All right, the shoulders we need to have square. The hands are shoulder height. We want to have those hands separated back behind our back knee, which are good there. We want to have this head in an attacking position, and we want to have the hips square. I see just a little bit of tilt in your hips, which tells me that you're on top of this back leg right here in your load. And what I would like to see you do is load into this back leg and not on top of it. It's okay to get, when the foot lands, it's okay to get weight going into that front leg, okay? But we just want to be careful that we don't get weight on top of this leg, because we have a tendency to really spin or push forward and push up in our swing. So, just make sure in this load that this weight's inside, and that should square up these hips a little bit better. Okay, we'll go into the actual swing process right now. The swing process is driving and transferring weight that's inside the back leg. We're going to drive this knee and transfer into here. Okay, and as we do that, this back elbow is going to drop underneath the hands, and then we're going to get into a good connected position right here where our hands, our elbow, and our back hip are all aligned. All right, when this starts to drive forward and we get to this connection, now the hands will start to work in front of the body, as we see here, and we'll get out here to contact. Okay, we get to contact. I see a good palm up, palm down position with your hands. Very strong position to be in. We want to make sure that these head and eyes, this head and eyes are looking right down the barrel at contact. I think, Patrick, it's important for you to know that as soon as the head and eyes come up to follow the flight of the ball off the bat, essentially our swing is finished at that point. We can't stay through the ball any longer. So if our head and eyes come up, then our barrel's going to finish. We can't stay through any longer than that. Okay, and I'll just take you into the finish here, and looks like a good balanced swing. Again, I think sitting on top of that back leg is something that kind of creates a little bit of tilt. It keeps you from getting fully extended through the ball at contact. When we get to the ball, and then we start to finish with the hands going across our body just a little bit too quickly. And we just want to make sure that when we get to contact, that barrel continues here, and then we get a nice long full finish in our follow through. Okay. One other thing that I do see too, Patrick, is, and it's a balance issue, but it also will have a lot to do with your ability to stay through balls. When this stride foot lands and it gets down, we want to make sure that this stride foot is no more open than 45 degrees. And as we start to get into the swing process, we want to make sure that this foot is not open more than 45 degrees. Okay, and I'll run it back just a click. And right here we're at 58. And when that front foot opens up more than 45 degrees, our front side, everything tends to work around that front side, and that kind of keeps us from getting that good extension through contact that we want to get. So that would be one suggestion that I would make, that make sure that the weight on this front foot stays on the inside part of this foot right here. Everything stays on the inside part of this leg. You've done a good job of keeping this knee inside the front foot for brace and to absorb that backside driving into it. But we just want to make sure that the weight doesn't roll over to the outside part of the foot. That foot opens up too early. That's just going to bring our hands in the barrel of the bat across the ball and kind of keep us from extending through the ball like we'd like to. Okay, so I'm going to run it back here to this position at load. All right, and when we get here, again, keep the weight inside, not on top. And then when we transfer, we're going to stay into here. This foot's going to stay at a 45-degree angle, and try to keep all the pressure of the weight of that foot. Try to keep it on the inside part of that foot so it doesn't roll open. All right. The best way to practice this, Patrick, is to just set a tee up on the outer third of the plate. We'll set it even with just inside your stride foot, okay? And we're just going to bang balls through the left side of the cage or through the left side of the field, through the shortstop, into left center. But if your front side is staying on that ball and giving your hands a chance to get to contact and extend through that ball, you're going to start to see the freedom to drive balls on the outer part of the plate, as opposed to getting to contact and then finishing across your body a little bit too quickly. Okay, I really think that this is a drill that's going to help you, but again, it has more to do with the position that your body's in, and just giving yourself a chance. You know, we can see here that this knee's over this foot right now, and we want to keep this knee on the inside part of this foot. That'll help us get the weight into this inner part of this back leg instead of on top. All right, bud. Hey, I want to thank you for coming to our camp, and best of luck.